West, love the 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 West.
What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. About to give you another episode 74. I'm about to say 47. Episode 74 of the 2 Cent Pod on Sports. The place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show. While you are here, click the subscribe button to the channel so you get alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on the YouTube channel. Everything good, bro?
Things all right.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. We're gonna jump in the NBA real quick. We don't talk too much about the NBA, but we got 20 games in. We're gonna be into it real good probably next week. Make our picks on who we think gonna be the MVP, defensive player of the year, all that good stuff. That's gonna be coming soon. But right now, all we got right now is Kawhi Leonard, Gregg Popovich, the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and the response of Popovich, who's kind of still butt hurt. So let's go get into it. Despite being well known for his stoic nature, Kawhi Leonard's presence has helped spark the Toronto Raptors to a league best 18-4 record. San Antonio Spurs, who are now 10-10, the head coach, Gregg Popovich, understands Leonard's value, having coached the superstar forward for 7 seasons before he was dealt north of the border this past summer. But the legendary bench boss suggested leadership wasn't his forte. Leonard disagreed with Popovich's sentiment. Quote, "It's funny to me because I don't know if he's talking about last year or not. I guess when you stop playing, they forget how you lead," Leonard told reporters after the Raptors' 125-115 win over the Miami Heat on Sunday. Quote, "Other than that, it doesn't matter. I'm here with the Raptors, and I'm focused on this season, not what's going on the other side." Leonard seemingly understands he's on the quiet side, but still considers himself a leader, regardless of how his former coach perceives him. He said, "I, quote, lead by example." Leonard said on how he leads the team, coming into practice every day, just going hard, coming into the game, just mentally focused. Leonard sat out all but 9 games last season and demanded a trade out of San Antonio. The 2-time Defensive Player of the Year is averaging 24.7 points, 8.5 boards through 15 appearances, and just signed a multi-year shoe deal with New Balance. I'll go first, bro. I love me some Gregg Popovich. I like his style. I like how he work with what he got. He don't have all the flashy players, but he gets the job done. I think right now, I'm not sure. I know the 20 seasons in a row he been in the playoffs. He hasn't. The San Antonio Spurs haven't missed the playoffs. I think that's right. But man, if y'all don't know Popovich, I guess Popovich was asked a question about Kawhi Leonard being a leader. He said, "Nah, he's a great player, as y'all can see, but I never consider him being able to lead the team." I get what he's saying, but you still butthurt for the simple fact you had Tim Duncan on your team. He wasn't the most vocal social personality. He's an introvert, just like you got with Kawhi Leonard. He's the same character as Kawhi Leonard. I think you just butthurt because you expected him to be the new age Tim Duncan, and when you didn't, I guess I ain't gonna say he was crying. I want to say he might have been saying something about team members going against him while he was hurt because he didn't come back fast enough. You didn't have his back. He wanted to get traded. He forced to trade, and now you saying what you got to say. Hey, it's done. Said what you had to say at that time. leave it alone. He's on another team, doing well. Y'all doing basically well too. Y'all still, I think they 7th or 8th in the West. Leave it alone. So I got to be on Kawhi's side on this one. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I'm on Kawhi's side too, because for the first time in maybe 2 decades, the Spurs may not make the playoffs. Record or whatever. And how he bogus, Popovich bogus. How you gonna say that about the man who was, which even publicly came out and said he was a leader on a few, more than a few occasions or whatever. Now since he's somewhere else and they got the best record in the league, you still feeling funny, because the man left your squad or whatever,
right.
Which he was there, and he told you he was hurt.
Right.
Said that he was. So you and the other guys that you deem leaders or whatever, Parker and all the other guys who couldn't do nothing for you, them guys who back you had. So this is what you get. You get a 20-10 record, and that's where you're gonna stay. I think they're gonna be a 500 team this year. May or may not make the playoffs. But yeah, I kudos for Kawhi Leonard for not even getting in that little pissing match or whatever, because everybody that listen to Popovich knows, why he's saying what he's saying. He's shitty right now.
that's the best way to put it, man. I totally agree. If you guys didn't know, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, Kawhi Leonard signed a multi-year deal with New Balance. So he didn't re-sign with Jordan Brand. I think it was $20 million, if I'm mistaken, $20 million a year or $20 million for 5 years. But he didn't sign back to Jordan. Now he's with New Balance, first NBA player on the basketball division side of New Balance. So we want to see how that turn out. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard, I'm with you. Let bygones be bygones. You got what you wanted. Well, he wanted to trade. Of course, he wanted to get traded to Los Angeles, but it is what it is. You Raptors. He might be able to stay with the Raptors if they do good this season. Spurs have what is his name? I be having brain farts like it ain't nothing. Who do Spurs have? But anyway, I'll come back. Oh, DeMar DeRozan. And like you said, they might finish 800. They might miss it, but to me, I put it on Gregg Popovich. You know what kind of player you had. You went with the masses, like you said, with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and all them when they was going up against Kawhi. And it is what it is, man. You sold your – I ain't going to say sold your oats. You made your bed. Be done with it, man. You're still a great coach. Don't be messing up being all butt hurt.
Right, messing up your legacy now.
Right.
So. But let me ask you this. I've never seen a New Balance basketball shoe. You?
He just signed yesterday. I'm trying to – I've never seen a New Balance basketball shoe.
You're going to start seeing them then, huh?
Yeah, we're going to see how they turn. I don't know. That's the old folks shoes, man. I think it's happening.
I think New Balance is some of the most comfortable shoes on this planet.
And we're what? How old are we? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Why can bring that back? He didn't tell you, hey.
Right. What I was gonna say about that? I'm be interested how the first shoe gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting. So I'm glad he's doing what he's doing, man. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on to the NFL real quick, because there's a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's some stuff that we gotta just uncover, because this stuff is crazy. First off, last night I was on Team Boy TV Live. Shouts out to Big Q, JB. Big Q, hope you're feeling better. Oh, he has a bad cold. Hopefully it'll get better. But anyway, we talk about this subject, and you might go that way too. I might be thinking different on this, but it was about Baker Mayfield, how he stiffed on his his ex head coach this Sunday when Cleveland Browns beat Cincinnati Bengals. But let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. Baker Mayfield made it clear Sunday on the field and off it, he had no interest in reminiscing about old times with former Cleveland Browns head coach Hue Jackson. After the Browns finished defeating the Cincinnati Bengals, where Jackson is now an assistant coach, Mayfield denied his ex-coach attempt for a hug near midfield. Quote, "It was brief," the rookie quarterback said of the exchange with Jackson. "Didn't feel like talking." While he appeared to give Jackson the cold shoulder, Mayfield gladly exchanged pleasantry with several other Bengals. Quote, left Cleveland, goes down to Cincinnati. It's just left Cleveland and he goes down to Cincinnati. It's just somebody that was in our locker room asking us to play for him. And then he goes to a different team. We play twice a year. Everybody have their spin on it, but that's how I feel. Mayfield went 19 of 26 for 258 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Bengals, who named Jackson a defensive assistant November 12th, 2 weeks after his firing from the Browns. The number 1 overall pick in the 2018 draft said before the game that Jackson would have no impact in Sunday's result. Now, don't get me wrong. Did Baker step out of bounds? Yeah, but he told you the truth. He told you how you feel. Before I move on, let me ask you what you think about the exchange. Now, at the end of the game, Baker Mayfield was dapping up all the players on Cincinnati Bengals, and you could see Hue Jackson trying to get to him, calling his name Baker, Baker, Baker. When Baker looked up and seen him coming, when he dapped one player up, then he turned around and seen Coach. He gave him a handshake, but you see when Hue Jackson tried to give him a hug, he kind of like gave him a stiff arm, like, "Nah, bro, nice seeing you again," and went on dapping other players. How you feel about that, bro?
I think Baker Mayfield over the top with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't all that, and he talking about now. He was a couple weeks ago, he was in our locker room coaching us. Now he's playing for the enemy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all the owner fired him. Well, he can't. Okay, now I can't have a job. These are the only people that call me. I still want to coach. So now I can't have a job because it's with Cincinnati and I play y'all twice a year. So I had to sit my ass at home because I don't want to disrespect you. Like you feel some kind of way or whatever. Hell no. No, hey, yeah, get it though. Young punk, get out your feelings. It's a game, man. At the end of the day, it's a job. We all working and whatever. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about it. So
okay,
yeah, you show everybody else respect from the other team that you play twice a year. And, if it was a former teammate, you wouldn't have had a problem with it. Lies as the coach. Yeah, he's supposed to get you to believe in him, whatever. You weren't, when they were talking about firing him, you probably knew you weren't in there speaking up for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm-hmm. So unless something else happened between them that nobody else know about, that's how I feel.
That's my point exactly. Like I said, I agree with you, everything that you're saying. I felt one way at the beginning when I heard about this, then I felt another way after I heard him speak upon the situation again. This what I'm saying. Yes, you kind of spoke out of, you kind of threw your ex-coach under the bus when he didn't leave, he got fired.
Right.
He still got 2 years on his contract. I think he's supposed to be getting paid $4 million a year left on his contract, but I don't know where he'll be an assistant on the Bengals. If that changed anything, if you get a paycheck from the Bengals, I think that nullified your contract because you found another team to pay you. Or is he over there just volunteering? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, anywhere it goes, he got fired.
Right.
Point blank. Listen, and everybody, I've seen all the sports shows and everything saying that who the hell is Baker Mayfield talking about anything? Because when you was in college, you transferred from Texas Tech. You wasn't getting any playing time, and you went in the same division, the Big 12, to go to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, why are you crying? Because you did the same damn thing. I got all that. But just my whole thing. Let's rewind. Hue Jackson finished his 3 seasons with the Browns 336-1. 336-1. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. You go grab it. If you really want to stay in the football coaching circle, you grab whatever job you can, because with that type of status, 336 and 1, ain't too many people gonna be reaching out for you. So of course, brain fart again. What's the head coach for the Bengals?
Marvin Lewis.
Thank you, Marvin Lewis. Gave you offer, you grab for it. But that's my problem with Hue Jackson in the first place, because I don't think he should have went and got that Cleveland Brown coaching job in the first place. You should have waited till another team come up, because I knew it was dysfunctional from the get-go. And you ain't the type of head coach that can withstand that dysfunction that was going on in Cleveland. Now they got good players over there because of the new GM.
Right.
And you still ain't coaching them, to me, my opinion. You still wasn't starting the season coaching them right, because you had Gregg Williams, the defensive coordinator. Oh, I'm having brain farts today. And offensive coordinator that got fired with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the name. They was both superseding your calls. You know, you keep on talking about you head coach, you the head coach. You're trying to remind people that you the head coach. We know you the head coach. You just sitting here trying to tell your coordinators that you the head coach. So it was dysfunctional all the way around. We don't know what's happening behind the scene. That's why I can't put Baker Mayfield as, I can't really throw him under the bus, air quotes to say, because we don't know what happened behind the scenes. He could have been listening to offensive coordinator, because he trusted him, and Hue Jackson changed everything. Because from what I understand, Hue Jackson had no recollection of what's going on with the quarterbacks meeting during the week until the last minute. You the head coach, you're supposed to be checking over everything. So I can't put it, Baker Mayfield. Now this is my thing. Yeah, okay. People saying he talked out of turn, he put his ex-coach on the bus, but we don't know what happened behind the scene. Right. He probably don't even fump with him anymore. And how you gonna come over here trying to get some dap, trying to get a hug from me when I wasn't jiving with you from the first place? You didn't start me at the beginning of the year, and rightfully so. I'm not all about starting rookie quarterbacks, and I still think Tyrod Taylor is a quality quarterback. But it was just so much dysfunction over there. It just probably just threw Baker Mayfield out of sync, and I don't mess with you no more. And then, like I said, him going over to the rival, I ain't got no problem with that. And Baker shouldn't have any problem with that. If you wanted him out of there, he's out of there. Don't be sitting here tripping because he's over on the other side. But still yet, don't sit here and think we buddy anymore. I give you a handshake, we was cordial with the situation, and move on. So, and last but not least, I like the sincerity of Baker Mayfield. He told you what's on you. Don't we want this from our players? We got this from Jalen Ramsey, even though it's backfiring on him now when he was calling out all the quarterbacks out in the league. Now Baker Mayfield telling you how you feel, and everybody tripping on him. We was going through the same thing here in Chicago, 30 years ago, I think it was. I'm showing our age, with Jim McMahon, the punky QB. He was telling you how he feel, and we loved it. So I have no problem with the Browns fans and Baker Mayfield, or the Browns fan loving Baker Mayfield, because he's just that type of quarterback. And I think he's a quarterback that will deliver the goods when he have to. I don't know what the record is now. I ain't got it up, but I have no problem with that.
We shall see. The jury still out on Baker Mayfield. Hue Jackson. Good move on Hue.
Yeah. Stay relevant.
From all the way around, even from taking this job, because and I'm not sure, but maybe you got some inside information. Marvin Lewis got to be out of there this year. This got to be his
16th year.
Got to be his swan song. Him and Andy Dalton ain't did nothing. They super teams in September. After that month, they done. They ain't
right.
They ain't done nothing, and they hit a bomb again.
Right.
I don't know. So Hue Jackson may think he can slide right into that spot, that head coaching spot, if and whenever it becomes available.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see with that one too.
All right, cool. Gotcha. All right, man. Let's move on to Ben Roethlisberger. Talking about throwing people up under the bus. Let's go ahead and throw this real quick. During the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Denver Broncos. Y'all know I'm a Denver Bronco fan, so I feel real good about that situation. 24-17 on the last play where Steelers was in the red zone. I think they were damn near on the 8-yard line. Roethlisberger threw an interception that went straight to a defensive lineman, which was clearly, I don't know who the hell he was throwing to. I don't know if he was throwing to Antonio Brown, because if he was throwing it to Antonio Brown, Roby, secondary on the Broncos, would have intercepted it. So he should have just threw it out the back of the end zone and lived to see another play. But it is what it is. Come to the radio show. He going to throw his team up under the bus. I'm talking about he's throwing Antonio Brown on the bus. Connors, the running back, John Connors under the bus. He threw, what's the rookie wide receiver name? James Washington under the bus. He threw everybody under the bus, but not him. He threw the last interception to end the game.
Mm-hmm.
So Roethlisberger earned his reputation. Of course, he's been doing this forever over there in Pittsburgh. And you know, he's a quality quarterback. He's a future Hall of Famer. He made his 6 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowl victories. But this is what the 15-year veteran had to say about his experience that permits him to speak his mind. He says, quote, "I think I've earned the right to be able to do that with as long as I have been here." Roethlisberger said Sunday, according to Chris Adamski of TribLive.com. Quote, I just be just as critical of myself in the media as well. Roethlisberger criticized wide receiver Antonio Brown and James Washington for their route running and drops during his weekly radio appearance in Pittsburgh on Tuesday. He also questioned offensive coordinator Randy Frickner play calling on the Steelers' final drive. He maintains his remarks are designed only to bring out the best in his teammates and lead the Steelers to success, not hurt anyone's feelings. Quote, I would hope that they will understand that as the quarterback and the captain, that I have the right to do those things. I don't feel like I abused that situation, so I don't think it's an issue. But you would have to ask them, said Roethlisberger. His comments seem to have the desired effect as the Steelers sit atop of the AFC North at 7-3-1, while Roethlisberger ranks second among all quarterbacks with 3,664 passing yards. You think he was right for saying putting his players up under the bus, his teammates up under the bus, and not himself? He didn't even mention the interception. He told the OC, he blamed the OC on the final drive because Juju Smith-Schuster wasn't involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think even if he felt that way, everything he said, whatever, that should stay in your locker room. You're not going to throw yourself under the bus. It stays in the locker room.
Right.
You know, if you felt that everybody didn't do their job, that you was the only person this Sunday that did your job, because we're not talking about the Sundays when you don't do your job.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about this Sunday where you supposedly the only one out of everybody that was out there on offense who did their job. So no, Roethlisberger, he bogus as hell, you know. And I don't even, you know, it's whatever happened to, you know, our locker room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything, you know, and he put that out in the media now. You got all this. It's a distraction now. That's what it was. You got rid of one distraction, you know, and with Bell. Now you just created another distraction. Mm. So every loss going forward is going to come back to this, you know, interview or whatever he did post game or whatever. Mm. So yeah, I don't think he should have done that. And if he felt that way, it definitely should have stayed in the locker room. You know.
Gotcha.
It's controlled. Don't nobody but the 53 men on the team, and it stays there. Nobody's the wise. Now, every time something goes wrong, it's gonna come back to this, you know, post game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I agree. Like I said, Ben Roethlisberger, I like him. My daughter loves him. She's a Steelers fan. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. I got all that. He got 2 Super Bowls, like I said, 6 Pro Bowls. For you to be a leader of a team, captain of the team, you got to learn how to press the right levers and pull the right levers and press the right buttons. You doing this, I can at this time, just like you said, after having a situation with Le'Veon Bell, this ain't the place to throw people up under the bus after a game, and you threw the last interception in that game. He played a good game. I think he threw over 400-some yards, but, yeah, you can throw over for 500 yards and throw some questionable interceptions, and you to blame for the situation. I've seen that with Cam Newton. I've seen that with Aaron Rodgers. And I really don't see too many quarterbacks throwing teammates up on the bus when you are part of the team and you did you did some dirt yourself. Cam Newton, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. I've never seen none of the top quarterbacks do that. Like Ben Roethlisberger's been doing it for the years he's been in.
I threw that pick because he didn't run the right route. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Ben, you kind of out of pocket on this situation. I still like you as a quarterback. Like I said, I think you're a Hall of Famer, but no, man. You smelling yourself right now. So I totally agree with what you're saying. All right, man. Moving on. This is the one right here. Let me put this out there, and I got a rant on this situation here. Reuben Foster. If y'all don't know, he's on injured reserves. He's been arrested 3 times already this year. 1 for domestic violence, 1 for drugs, 1 for firearms. The 1 for domestic abuse was recanted because the female, his ex-girlfriend, Alyssa Enos, said that it wasn't true. She just did that because I guess he left her or was trying to break up with her, and she felt a certain kind of way and made up a story, which I don't understand. I don't know if she was arrested for that, for falsifying abuse. You know what I'm saying? Because for understand, her boyfriend before Reuben Foster, her ex-boyfriend, she served some time doing the same thing. All right, we got that right. So come Sunday or come Saturday before the game against the Buccaneers, before the 49ers, I forgot to say that, before the final, he plays for the 49ers. Well, he played for the 49ers at the time. Was in Tampa to play the Buccaneers that Saturday night in the team's hotel. Commotion between the two. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say that. He flew her down there to Tampa with him. The same girl that he tried to break up with and falsifying domestic violence, he flew her down there. They have a discussion. There was witnesses. I don't know if they heard the slap, seen the slap, but there's witnesses. And before he gets back on the plane to come back to San Francisco, San Francisco 49ers released him. Right after being released, the Washington professional football team picks his ass up. Now, we're going to talk about that, too, for a quick second. But let me go ahead and read this story. So now we know about Reuben Foster. He is now a Washington professional football teammate. The Washington professional football team claimed San Francisco 49er linebacker Reuben Foster off waivers Tuesday, 2 days after he was released following a domestic violence arrest. Shortly after Washington's move became official, the NFL announced Foster has been placed on the commissioner's exempt list while the league reviews his matter. The measure, which the league has taken in the past with players like Greg Hardy, Adrian Peterson, and I think his name is Alden Smith. That's who it was. That's who up there. And I think Rolando Blackman means Foster can't attend games or practices. Saturday night's arrest at the 49ers team hotel in Tampa Bay marked the 3rd time Foster has been arrested this year. The first domestic violence charges against Foster were dropped in May after his ex-girlfriend, Alyssa Enos, recanted her claims. He was suspended for the first 2 games of this season after he pleaded no contest to a weapons possessions demeanor. Washington's Vice President of Player Personnel, Doug Williams, released a statement soon after the waiver claims saying Foster will not be allowed to play until the legal process is complete. Washington was the only team to put in a waiver claim for Foster. The team will assume the remainder of his rookie contract through 2020. He will earn a base salary of $875,000 this season, $1.229 million in 2019 and $1.7 million in 2020. Foster's $1.88 million in guarantees was voided after he was suspended. Foster could be suspended again for his recent arrest, but the league has yet to make an official decision on the matter. The linebacker started 6 games for San Francisco in 2018, racking up 25 tackles. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, bro. I'll put it in the closet. Haven't pulled up this award for a long time because I felt it was kind of harsh and everything. But we're gonna call a spade a spade. Reuben Foster at this time, November 29th, 2018, at 1:24 p.m., is the Dumbass of the Year award winner. This man right here, number one, the fact that, number one, this girl, Alyssa Enos, put you on cost you money for suspension of this falsified domestic violence charge. Why you still with her? Why we still talking to her? Why she still got my number and my address? Why is she around me? What's the thing? Stay 100 feet away from me. We shouldn't have any contact. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I don't know. Her big game can't be that strong. That's all I'm saying. It can't be that strong. You sitting here and you gonna bring her to Tampa Bay with you. You on IR. You get into a fight. You got what you deserve. Yes, you are the Dumbass of the Year award. I'm just gonna put it out there like that. And for you, you're a rookie. I didn't even know. I forgot he was a rookie. He was on a rookie contract. You messing up millions of dollars. You messing up your NFL career because you can't keep your hands off of women, man. You know what I'm saying? You got other things you got to deal with. You got to deal with your drug charges. You got to deal with your firearm situation. I have no problem with San Francisco saying, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of dealing with you. And like I said last night on Team, shouts out to Team Boy TV Live, Big Q, JB, we talked about it last night. You know, they were saying they think they might have, the 49ers might have shot from the hip too soon and should give them second chances. And I said last night, hell, I'm all about second chances. The 4th, 5th, and 6th chances where we got problems where if you're not available for my team, what the hell you good for? He's a phenomenal linebacker. But what we always say, what's the best ability? Availability. Yeah. I don't care how good you are. There's a lot of, we just said, Greg Hardy, Aldon Smith, great defensive players, but you ain't itch to me if you ain't on this field playing with team. So yes, Reuben Foster, Dumbass of the Year award winner, and he just got to find a way to find a new group, maybe a new. And okay, Washington, I ain't gonna say I was caping up for Washington. I had no problem with Washington picking him up because they must know he wasn't gonna play this year because of these suspensions. He's on the exempt list and everything. They just waiting for next year and use his talent for next year. But Washington is not the team that should be picking up Reuben Foster. There's issues you got to deal with over there yourself. You know what I'm saying? And what they asked the head coach, what you think about what's his name? Gruden. What you think about the situation? He was questioning it like, man, that's a good question. So if the head coach ain't GM for it, who the hell made this choice? So what you got to say about this, bro?
Yeah, that's strange. The head coach didn't even know nothing about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You mentioned second chances or whatever. It sounded like he done had a few second chances, but he young, so and it sound like he's stupid.
Yes. Yes.
Young and stupid. That's a very bad combination, so And I don't know who his teammates is or who he surrounds himself with besides old girl. Maybe her big game is all that. I don't know. You know, it might be. I don't know, man. You know,
I don't need that. No.
all right, you just don't want that. Even if it is, you don't want it because if it make you do that, you can't have it. You know,
Right.
so I don't know, man. It's crazy. Washington, I guess they got to jump on everybody. Even with them. I mean, whether they.
But does it? Let me before. I'm sorry for interrupting you. But does that say anything? Say something when you the only team claiming this fool when he got off of waivers?
I'm thinking maybe they were the first team. I don't know.
The only team.
The only team. So
Yeah.
hey, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna send a team of people over there and just say counselors, psychiatrists. I don't know. Look, what's his problem? He's talented. This, he all that.
Right.
And we can use his talent. But we have to make sure that his mind is right, and so he's available to us. Like so he got a lot going on, and it sounds like football ain't his priority, ain't at the top of his priority right now.
Right.
So he need help in other areas, mentally, because if he so-called keep putting his hand on this woman, he gonna end up behind bars, and then football ain't even gonna be an option.
Right.
So,
Okay.
time will tell.
You agree with the award?
Oh, hell yeah. He's a dumbass. I told you, he's stupid. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, bro. Before we end the show, let's go ahead and go through these 4 NFL games we're going to pick from before we move on. Let me just let everybody know out there. This is the first time since we've been doing this. Brandon. We've been doing this, I think, 8+ years. Brandon is beating me in these NFL picks.
Yeah.
Last week 12, he won 12-3. I won 11-4. I did all the adding and subtraction. Brandon is leading me. For the overall, he got 160. He's 116 and 58, and I'm 114 and 60. So I'm not going to throw out the white flag right now. We still got 4 more games left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to make it do what it do. But let's go ahead. First off, congratulations, bro. I think you had it in you. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. First game we got on week 13 is the Thursday night game. We got the New Orleans Saints that's 10-1 going up to AT&T Stadium to play the 6-5 Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna let you go first on this one. Who you got winning this one?
This one's a tough one. I don't think it's as automatic as most people think.
Break it down.
The Dallas Cowboys. I say that only because they've been balling the last 3 weeks. They picked up wide receiver
Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've been looking like a different team. On the other side of that, the Saints have been a different team, ever since week 2. So they on a different level. Dallas, not listening to, I heard comment Jerry Jones saying this is our Super Bowl. No, it's not your Super Bowl.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's our Super Bowl. He already got his nose in, screwed up or whatever. But they do have to play and can't nobody play a perfect game, but they got to come damn close because the Saints, even if they make mistakes, they're one of the few teams that's capable of overcoming it, on both sides of the ball. I don't think Dallas is there yet. They're going to make this game close. I still think New Orleans is going to win it. Mm-hmm. But New Orleans, the Saints, they haven't seen a defensive, team yet. A team that's gonna hit them in the mouth yet. And I'm not sure Dallas is that team. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be sitting back and trying to peek at it like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But Dallas, in order to stay in this game, that's exactly what Dallas got to do: hit them in the mouth, and make Drew Brees a spectator. Drew Brees can't beat you if he's standing on the sideline.
There you go. Okay. All right. So you pick in.
I'm picking the
Saints.
Saints. I think he'll be on the field just long enough.
I totally agree with you, bro. That's the only way that the Cowboys gonna win this game. It's at home. This could be a trap game, like you said. Saints are rolling. They trucking over people since week 2. Dallas Cowboys need this game to stay in the hunt in the NFC East. It seems like they learned how to release the Kraken and force feed Ezekiel Elliott the ball, and that seemed to be a success. Like you said, they're on a 3-game win streak. But let's not forget the Saints are on a 10-game win streak, so they definitely know what they're doing, barring injury. I agree. They got to keep Drew Brees on the sideline as long as they can, and I just think that Ezekiel can run the ball, but there's going to be times with Dak Prescott going to have to throw the ball, and I believe Dak will blink before Drew Brees will blink, and that's where it's going to fall apart. It could be a close game. I think it might be a close game. I agree with you. This could be it could change to the Cowboys' favor, and they got a stout defense. But we talking about Drew Brees and the weapons he got over there. There's too many weapons over there. Even with, I think last week, Mike Thomas had a bad game, and they still trucked over, I think it was the Atlanta Falcons. So, I think it's going to be an interesting game tonight, which is the Thursday night game. But I just think Saints got too much. So I'm picking Saints over the Cowboys. So we both agree on that one. Next up, the Sunday game, we got the Minnesota Vikings at 6-4-1 going up to Gillette Stadium to play your New England Patriots. That's 8-3. This is going to be one of the better games during this week. Both teams are basically the same on defense when it comes to points allowed. The Vikings are ranked 10th with 22.4, and the Patriots work is ranked 11th at 22.6. Even though the defense is close, the offense is a totally different animal. The Patriots have the edge offensively, scoring an average of 27.9 points, while the Vikings score an average of 24.1. I said last night on the Team Board TV live show, Vikings can travel well. They can win on the road if need be. I like Adam Thielen. I like Stephon Diggs. The run game is pretty nice. Kirk Cousins is a warrior. He's going to fight all the way to the end. So it could be a good game in Gillette Stadium. But there's X factors over there with the Patriots. Of course, everybody know about Belichick and Brady. Gronk came back. He was effective last week against, I think it was the Jets. And my X factor for the Patriots right now is the running back Sonny Michel. He's jamming now. The 8 games that he played, he had 127 carries for 586 yards and 5 TDs with only 1 fumble. So they got that defense. And I remember Rhodes, the cornerback for the Vikings, he's hurt because I watched the game last week. I remember when he pulled his hamstring. So we don't know if he's available. So they got to be all hands on deck. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to go ahead and throw the upset out there. I think the Vikings can beat the Patriots. It ain't like the Patriots undefeated. They lost 3 games already, and they lost to the Lions. So it ain't like they got chinks in their armor. And I understand Gronk wasn't there and everything. I got that. But I think Vikings are going to get on this road, go to Gillette Stadium, come up out of there with a W. So I'm picking the Vikings over the Patriots. Go ahead and humor me and tell me something different, bro.
Yeah. All right. If it's in Minnesota, maybe.
Okay.
You know, this is Gillette Stadium. And although Minnesota need this game, they really need it. You know, we can say New England needs it also just to keep pace with Pittsburgh and Kansas City for home field, for home advantage. But Minnesota needs this game to get in the playoffs.
Right,
so
right.
That's the thing about that. I think the Patriots are getting healthier, so they starting to look different. They are going to look different. Minnesota, I don't think they getting their money's worth.
No.
out of nobody over there. You know, especially the quarterback. He having a decent year, but not an $8 million year.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm so sad. I pay you $84 million. I'm looking for 4 losses in 4 years. I'm just saying.
Right.
But it is what it is right now. I think it is probably gonna be the top game of the week. But I like a healthy New England team over Minnesota.
All right, cool. Gotcha. Monday night game. Washington professional football team, 6-5, going up to the Lincoln Financial Field to play the defending champs, Philadelphia Eagles. That's 5-6. This is a very interesting game. Reason why I picked this is because if Dallas lose to the Saints and Philly beats Washington, this would be a three-team tie in the NFC East. Everybody would be 6-6. Cowboys, Washington, and Philadelphia would be 6-6. So if you ask who needs this game more, of course the Eagles need this game more to stay up in there. They're behind by 1 game with 5-6. They need this game. Washington, they just lost their not just lost it, but 2 weeks ago lost their quarterback, Alex Smith. I cannot see putting all my hopes and dreams in Colt McCoy's hands right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Eagles will take control of this game, take control of the season. They will get back the NFC East lead, and it's going to be interesting. I got to look at the rest of the 4 games left or 3 games left to see who has an easier task than the other. Some tell me it's the Eagles. So I think the Eagles are going to win this game. They're going to take control of the NFC East. So I'm picking the Eagles over Washington. What you got, bro?
I think Colt McCoy is going to beat Philly. Philly's in the tailspin. They don't know what the hell going on over there. They 5-6. This is your defending champions. I know they're at home, but they 5-6. They playing like anything but defending champions. You know, they don't. I think maybe Carson Wentz need another year to get completely healthy or whatever. I like Washington in this because I think Washington playing better defense right now. And Colt McCoy, I know he's a backup. You know, it is what it is. He's a backup. But he's one of your better backups. You know, and that's capable of going out and beating Philly. So, yeah, I like Washington this week.
Okay, bro. The reason why I reacted like I reacted, not the fact that you picked Washington. Because, like I said, you beat me, so who am I to say anything? The fact that you sounded like Big Q last night when you talk about Eagles not playing like defending champions, bro.
No, they're not. And you think they are? They 5-6.
They coming back.
They
coming back, bro. They 5-6. This I'm gonna put it. I'm
gonna tell you this. The Eagles won't even make the playoffs this year.
Whoa.
Eagles won't even make it.
Let me go ahead and let me announce the bet that me and Big Q have. Because his Panthers playing like ish now, 3-game losing streak.
Yeah.
So he said the same thing you saying. The Eagles not playing. I understand they're not playing, but it just shocked me that you said the same thing he said. But this neither here nor there. Here's the bet. He said that his Panthers going to turn around and make the playoffs, and the Eagles going to be a defending champion not making the playoffs the next year, which ain't the first time it happened. But he's saying they're not going to make the playoffs. So the bet is, I said the Eagles will make the playoffs and the Panthers are going home. And if that happens, you owe me 10 cigars. He's saying the Panthers going to make the playoffs, the Eagles going to lose. And when that happens, I got to wear Panthers paraphernalia. So who you think gonna win that bet, man? Oh, you already told me. I'm gonna be wearing black and blue, huh?
Wearing black and blue,
man. Forget both of y'all, man. All right, cool. So you picked Washington. I got the Eagles. Y'all gonna eat some crow after this. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that. Last game on the docket, Sunday night game. Los Angeles Chargers 8-3 going up to Heinz Field to play the 7-3-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got, bro?
I like the Chargers. I think Big Ben and he done ruffled some feathers in the locker room. Although we ain't heard a lot from the other players, I think they're all gonna go out and try to prove a point and run their routes better, do this better, blah blah blah. But I think the Chargers just playing good football. They playing good football all year. They got an 8-3 record. They're getting it done on both sides of the ball, and they've been pretty consistent at what they've been doing. Pittsburgh, they had lows and highs, and we wait to see if it's coming back into a low right now. So, with all that being said, I like the Chargers winning this game.
Gosh, I want to join you and pick the Chargers myself, man, because I think both these teams are basically equals. They
mirror each other.
Yeah, exactly. But the only factor that's messing me up, if this player was still playing, I would definitely pick the Chargers for the upset. I don't know if you want to call it upset. The Chargers for the win. But Melvin Gordon, he's not playing. He got he has a torn MCL in his knee from last week, because that's when Phillip Rivers broke that record with 25 consecutive completed passes. Okay. One of them times, he torn his MCL. I seen it. It wasn't looking nice. But if Melvin Gordon was up in there, because he's not averaging, he has 802 yards and 9 TDs. You missing that. Not saying nothing wrong with the backup, Austin Eckler. He got 409 yards, 1 TD, but he's no Melvin Gordon. So we know what we get with Phillip Rivers. He gonna load everything up in the clip. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fight all the way to the end. Right. Keenan Allen, they healthy, but it seems like every year the injury bug hits the Chargers, and this is this one that they really didn't need with Melvin Gordon. So I think they're gonna fight all the way to the end, the Chargers, and I hope the Chargers win. But I just think because they're playing at home, the Steelers they might be turning it around. It's gonna be a good fight. Roethlisberger against Rivers. I'm going to pick the Steelers over the Chargers. I hope I'm wrong, because I can't believe I'm talking about the Chargers. They in my Denver Broncos division, but I like what they see. I like how Lynn, the head coach, is doing it over there. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers over the Chargers. You got the Chargers over the Steelers, right? Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, everybody out there, those are our picks. Our 4 games. You can catch the rest of our picks on our blog page at getwithsports.wordpress.com. Before we move on, bro, is there anything you got to say before we close shop?
No, that's it.
All right, man. So we want to thank you for taking time to watch the 2 Cents Pop Sports Podcast. Once again, while you're here, click the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on our YouTube channel. Find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, Brandon at LEB412. You can read our post on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Get With It Sports. And you need to get in contact with us, hit us on the email at getwithitsports2, that's number 2, at gmail.com. As always, I'm your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best technique tandem out here in sports talk. Be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.